I get asked every single day what are the best controller and camera settings. So in this video, I'm going to show you so you guys can get the most wins in FIFA 23. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. So I've done a couple of videos on this over the past sort of 6-7 months that the game's been out, but there's been a couple of changes. I'm going to be showing you guys my camera angle, the in-game settings, and just talking about what you need to be looking out for in order to not be putting yourself at a disadvantage. There's some settings in this game that literally set you up to fail that EA recommend. But we'll get into all that. Do me a favour, guys. Let's hit 200 likes on the video. If you're watching and it does have less, hit that like button and subscribe. I upload videos every single day helping you guys get more wins in FIFA. Okay, so let's get into it. So firstly, people ask me my button layout. For those of you that don't know, I am an ex-professional FIFA player. I am retired as a pro now, but obviously still play the game, you know, at a high level, and you know, I like to think I'm qualified to help you guys when it comes to this stuff. So anyway, I play on alternate. That is from the PES days. I know some of you guys will probably be the same, so let me know down in the comments if you use alternate button controls due to PES about 15 years ago. There's got to be some of you out there. But anyway, so the first thing you see in the controller settings is the competitive master switch, and you may as well just turn this on. And the reason for that is because every single online game of FIFA you will ever play, this is automatically on anyway. So it means that we don't have to worry about all this stuff here. It doesn't matter. You can turn the switch on. It's going to be on anyway. We've then got the through pass assistance. You're going to want that on semi. Basically, through balls are like ridiculous in this game anyway. And I think part of that is due to how assisted they are. You know, you're putting yourself at a massive disadvantage if you go manual. And I just know, because I always get this, there's going to be some people that have a go at me because a lot of the stuff's going to be assisted. And people seem to have this weird thing where they think that FIFA pros should be testing themselves and going fully manual and just all this nonsense. I don't know why anyone would ever do that, you know, when they're playing for hundreds of thousands of pounds or dollars or whatever your currency is. You play what works. It's like you're not going to run around on Call of Duty and turn off your aim assist on controller. Like, you're just not going to do it. So that clears that one up anyway. We've then got the FIFA trainer. You'll see that I have it on show, and that is not to show like the normal FIFA trainer. I've got a separate video on how the FIFA trainer can massively boost your chances of winning games. I'll leave a link to that in the pinned comment. So make sure to check that out. That actually may blow your mind, that video. It's something that even some pro players don't take advantage of. We've then got time finishing. See, as you can see here, EA recommends you have it off, which is total nonsense. I also don't understand, like, why they would add something into the game and then recommend that you don't use it. I mean, I don't know, man. But basically, you do want it on. If you're serious about improving at FIFA and actually getting to a high level, timed finishing is very important. You know, for stuff like Travella's outside the box and just improving your shooting accuracy and efficiency, you know, percentage, chances of stuff going in, you want to be using timed finishing. We've then got the next player switch indicator. Very important. You want this on for sure. Basically what it is when you switch with the bumper and not the right stick, you can see who it's going to go to next, which in some situations is really useful. Pass block assistance on, you know, for sure. As sad as it is, and as sad as, you know, if I had the choice and everyone was going to be on an equal playing field, I'm all up for manual. But whilst, you know, people are going to be running around with AI assisted stuff, you want your AI to be doing the same for you. So pass block assistance is going to be on. Auto switching, you want this on air balls and loose balls. The absolute last thing you want is the game to not ever switch for you. It's going to make it become way too hard. Only on loose balls as well, just too hard. Same with air balls. Automatic is probably the worst setting ever. The game's just going to be switching you to random players and stuff. Just an absolute nightmare. You want it on air and loose balls. Auto switching move assistance. This one is quite subjective. You know, a bit of personal preference there. The one I don't recommend is the one that EA do recommend, and it is high. I think the stuff EA recommend on here is basically like the more casual you are, and I don't know how to describe this without it sounding weird. Like, basically, the worse you are at the game, EA will recommend a setting that will help you out the most, if that makes sense. However, if you get to a certain level, this stuff doesn't work anymore. Does that make sense? So, for me, you want this either on none or you want it on low. Clearance assistance, you definitely want it on classic. EA added in this new thing where basically... Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Ignore me. So, clearance assistance doesn't really matter because for me, I'm never just randomly booting the ball out of play anyway. So this doesn't really matter. You can have that on classic. I thought it was the switching, which is this. So basically, I think when you load up the game now, it goes on to adaptive switching, which is the worst thing I've ever seen, and it's literally a glitch in the game as well. If you have adaptive switching on, your gameplay will feel terrible. You 1,000,000% want this on classic. But going back to the other two, player lock here, EA recommend having it off. Again, I don't know why they'd add a feature and not recommend it, but player locks are very useful. You're going to see them used all the time, you know, in pro FIFA games. Get to learn it, you know, don't be scared of this stuff. Actively try and learn all the broken stuff or useful stuff in the game. Icon switching, EA have got it spot on. You want that as off. It is absolutely terrible. So for this one, sort of, I guess, personal preference, but I think unanimously player relative is what you want to have it on. You've also got the ground pass assistance, assisted. You guys can see all that. Semi on the lobbed through balls, and then analog sprint off. Pass receiver lock late. This one, in my opinion, is important. Sometimes when you go to pass the ball, your player won't do it straight away, so it gives you time to adjust in case the guy you were going to pass to gets marked, if that makes sense. We've then got the vibration and the trigger effect. Definitely get them off. This trigger effect might be the worst thing I've ever, you know, been part of. Like, I'm playing a game of FIFA, and then all of a sudden, I think it's only on PlayStation, but it literally makes it so you can't press down the triggers anymore. Genuinely one of the worst features I've ever seen added to a video game. They are the controller settings. Let me quickly show you what you should be using on the camera. So in my opinion, due to the meta of this game being through balls, getting in behind, you know, all that sort of stuff, it's vital to see the most of the pitch as possible. So co-op is a good camera for that, and also for me, I have 20 on the height and 0 on the zoom. So the camera's high up and it's zoomed out, meaning I can just see a lot more of the pitch in general. And in my opinion, that is the way to go. But guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something from this. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and I will get back to every single one of you. Hope you have a good rest of the week. Good luck in your foot champs. We have team of the season coming up soon. I will be playing people's games, so drop me a DM if you want me to hit you the highest ranks. I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.